JJ, in the second half, did you kind of have that feeling like I've got to get this done because right now, we're struggling and I need to make a move and do something here?
The second half, I wasn't expecting to play that much. I didn't know we was gonna come out there flat. So, I mean, coach just kept running plays for me. In the second half, he seen that I had it going, so he just kept running plays for me.
Is that something that he's been doing more recently? Since you came back from your injury, it seems like you've gotten a lot more plays where you've had the ball in your hand compared to earlier in the season.
Yeah, I think he getting more confidence in me. So he draw more plays for me going to drive the ball and make plays. So I'm happy, but today wasn't a good one.
The level of success you guys have when there's consistent guard play is consistently good, whereas when it's not always there, certainly those seems to be the times that when you guys struggle. How do you get to that point where game in, game out, you know you can rely on the group of guards to put up the points you guys need to win?
We got to come in. It started with practice. We got to come in practicing hard. I think the guards been practicing hard ever since a couple of games ago. So I feel like the way we've been practicing, I think we're gonna play well the rest of the season.
What was the bigger issue for you guys in the second half? Was it your offense or was it your defense?
I think it was our defense. I couldn't tell because we was staggered on offense and we weren't moving on defense. So it was a little bit of both.
You went out in the first half for a little while. What was the injury you were dealing with, and how are you feeling now?
On the third play, I remember going baseline and I went up, and it was my right groin. I felt a little pull, so I didn't want to push it any further. So I knew as soon as I felt that, I had to come out and go see our trainer.
Today, you were pretty active on the boards. You got 9 rebounds. Was that something you were told to do, or something that you kind of just felt like in rhythm of the game that?
That's one thing I've been working on all season. Every game that we've been playing, I've been working on getting on the boards heavy lately. I know it helps the bigs out a lot. So I know coming in today, just do whatever I can on the boards, which I'll be doing for the remainder of the season and seeing what I could do.
Kind of the same question for you that I had for Jajuan. Is it a game-to-game thing? Do you feel like teams are focusing on taking away one of you guys, or is it just a matter of trying to find some consistency in your individual games as guards to get to where you need to be?
I think we got many offensive weapons, and it doesn't matter if the guard's going to play or the big's going to play. We just all have to come together. Our past 2 practices has been very good for us, and the second half we just came out flat. Nobody knew what was going on. But, with our offense, we just know the bigs could be on, the guards could be on, we could be on at the same time. But we know we just got to keep playing together.
How frustrating is it at this point of the season that you guys are continuing to have these lulls during games that you just, seem like you can't go a game without having one?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Even when you win, you're supposed to feel good. We don't feel good after this win, because we're almost 10 games left in the season, and we're having these loops of up and down roller coasters, and we just hate feeling like that.
So, you feel bad coming out of this game, and you have a quick turnaround Saturday morning against a pretty tough Butler team. How are you guys going to respond?
We're back at it tomorrow. We're not going to feel down for ourselves, so win is a win. But, for Thursday and Friday, we'll still be going hard, competing against each other, and just make sure that roller coaster is always up and then always becoming a better team.
Coach Haanif, when he was in here, he said that, when you win, you're supposed to feel good, but that's not really the feeling right now. How are you feeling after that game?
Well, you're not going to feel good based on our second half. If we stopped the game at halftime, we all would have felt great. Our guys played hard. They played the right way. They played together. They played good defense. And then I'm not sure what team showed up after halftime. And so you're not going to feel good. We don't deserve to feel good. You feel good when you give your best effort. If you give your best effort and you lose, you have tears in the locker room. That's been on both sides of it, player and coach. And it's disappointing, but it's a sign of immaturity, and we have an immature team. There's no 2 ways about it. We're a very, very, very immature team. And again, I don't want to take anything away from Stetson because those kids kept battling, but we showed a great deal of immaturity.
You guys opened the game on a 24-2 run, then conversely in the second half, Stetson on a 19-2 run. What can you do to kind of get some more consistency from the team and kind of avoid those lulls that you've seen, especially in the past 2 games here?
Yeah, I'm going to put a suggestion box because I don't, and you guys, you can write in your votes. I don't know. It's maddening because we can look so good, and then it's like, you know, we've been taken over by demons. I don't know. We're just going to keep working on it, and we have to grow up, and we have to have leadership, and we have to have maturity, and we have to have a maturity that's beyond our years, honestly. And so we got to figure that out.
Henry goes 2 of 4, hits a pair of big threes in that first half run. In the second half, he goes 1 of 8, commits 3 fouls. Combined, him, Luke, and Dwayne get 2 points in the second half. But focusing on Henry, where do you feel like he's at right now relative to that maturity you're talking about and his progression up to this point?
Well, I think Henry's had an outstanding year. So where is he at? He's well beyond the normal freshman. But we need him to be even more than that. So we're asking a lot of him. I mean, he's had an outstanding freshman year. I mean, he's a freshman All-American. I mean, he's had a terrific year for us. You know, we're asking him to be an All-American who's played in 100 games and have that kind of experience. So, you know, look, I thought he played young in the second half, and he's young. And I don't care how good you are. Look, I've been around Kyrie Irving and Jabari Parker and Luol Deng, and you know, you go down the list, those guys look like freshmen. And it's not like he's got a group of seniors around him that, you know, can prop him up when he's playing like he's an 18-year-old. So, you know, he can play better, and he knows that. And he will, and we need him to.
I know Henry's kind of like the main focus sometimes of the team, but Haanif Cheatham had 13 points, career high 9 rebounds, and you guys seem to be at your best when he's really attacking the rim. Can you just talk about maybe Haanif's maturity so far this season?
Tremendous maturity. You know, Haney, you know, again, Henry gets a lot of attention. Haney's one of the best freshmen in America. He's going to be a big-time player here. And, you know, for a young guy, he's been remarkably consistent. And he competes like crazy. I think his heart and his mind are always in the right place. He doesn't always know the right things to do. But, again, he's young. But it's never for lack of competitiveness. And I respect that and admire that about him. He's going to be really very, very good player for us.
JJ's strung 3 or 4 good ones together here since coming back from injury. What's been the difference for him?
Yeah, consistency. I think showing up every day. I mean, JJ, again, he's been dependable, and that is a breath of fresh air. And he was terrific tonight. I mean, he put us on his back in some respects in the second half. I really like where he's growing to, where, you know, like a junior should be. You should be somebody that you know every time he steps on the court what you're going to get from him. And, you know, we don't have a ton of that. So to have somebody who's done it and strung together 4 really good games is good. Now we got to get him to string together 5.
Tonight's still fresh, but what do you need your team to do to get ready for Butler, and what are you expecting out of the Bulldogs?
Well, I mean, Butler's a team that's been in the top 25 the whole year. They have 2 big-time veteran players in Roosevelt Jones and Dunham, 2 of the better players in our league. And Dunham's as good a shooter as we'll play against, and Jones is as unique a player. Veteran, tough, disciplined group. You know, we're going to have to put together 40 minutes and fight like crazy.